married to an entrepreneur. I'm sorry, and watch this video because I'm going to teach you 5 strategies that will help you learn how to better support your entrepreneurial spouse so that they can build the business that will provide the lifestyle and the financial freedom that most people can only dream of. For all the tips you need to grow your business and create life balance, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so that when new videos become available every Tuesday through Thursday, you get notified. To an entrepreneur isn't easy, but entrepreneurship done well can give you a lifestyle that people only dream of. It's the fastest path to financial freedom. It's the fastest path to being really passionate about doing what you love, giving you the time and the space that you want to live your purpose and your mission in life. There's so many good things that come out of it. And I know that you watching this video means you are somebody who wants to support your entrepreneurial spouse. So we're going to give you 5 great tips today. If you want to create peace in your relationship while your spouse is growing their business, this is going to be a great resource for you. These are the tips that my husband and I have given to hundreds of spouses that have come up to us and asked questions like, how do you support your spouse? This is so hard on our relationship. We don't even know what to do. And truthfully, these questions come to my husband even more than they come to me. So I'm going to give you some of his tips and some of my tips for how you can truly show up to support your spouse. So here we go. The first one, and this is a Stephen Walker tip, is make sure that you are on the same page with your big long-term goals. That matters. If you want different things out of life and you're not in harmony with where you end in the end, it's going to create a lot more friction. And so make sure that the things that are essential to you, you're on the same page with. That's been one of the things that has made it so that Stephen and I can navigate through all the ups and downs of entrepreneurship and all the changes that I make and all these great new ideas that I have, is because at the end, we are both completely committed to our marriage, to our faith, and to our family. And because we're on the same page with the big things, it helps us navigate any changes that we have with maybe some of the smaller details along the way. We say yes or no to things based on their alignment with the end goal. And it's been huge for us being able to be on the same page in business and for him to be able to support me in my dreams and my goals, because he knows that I'm going the same direction he's going. And so there's a sense of security that comes from that. And there's a sense of peace that comes when we really are truly on the same page. Number 2 tip, this one's my tip for you, is make sure that you ask for your emotional needs to be met. As an entrepreneur, I get this. We get so consumed sometimes, and there's a lot of pressure on our shoulders, especially when the entrepreneur is the financial provider. Like, this is the source of income for your family. There's a lot of pressure that comes along with that. And sometimes we get so occupied with taking care of the temporal needs that we forget to pay attention to the emotional needs, and we just need reminders. You can ask for that. If you need your husband to give you 1 hour a day of focused time, ask for it and don't feel guilty about it. If you need your wife to give you encouraging words each day because you've been taking care of things, you've been managing stuff, and you just need a little pat on the back, ask for it. Ask for the things that you need. This is one of my best marriage advice tips that it came from my dad. He said, when we were getting married, Amy, your husband loves you and he wants you to be happy. He has no idea what to do to make you happy. Just tell him. Don't make him guess. So if your entrepreneurial spouse is not meeting your emotional needs, which is a common complaint that I hear from spouses, ask. And then if your spouse wants your support in the business, then they should be pretty motivated to actually meet those emotional needs for you. Third tip I have is allow your spouse to make business decisions and support them in the decisions that they make. I see a lot of dynamics where you have one entrepreneur who's running the company, you have another spouse that's not in the company, but that spouse wants a say in all of the business decisions, and it creates a lot of friction. The reason behind that is the spouse who is in that supportive role but not an active role in the business, they don't know the needs of the business. They really, truly don't. So an entrepreneur spouse comes and says, hey, we need to do this thing, and you're like, wait a second, I didn't sign off on that. It makes them feel like they are a disempowered leader. It takes away their ability to be the CEO and to make decisions. And you know what? They're going to fail. And you, as that supportive spouse who wants to protect them from failure, is going to have to let them fail and be a little bit okay with it. It matters that they get to have a chance to spread their leadership wings and to learn. My husband has let me fail, and he has been right there to support me without criticizing me when I failed. And it was something that I think he kind of knew I was going to fail at. And that, if I could bottle that and I could give that to all of you as spouses, that ability to watch the train wreck coming, let the train hit them, and then still love and support them without judgment, they are going to learn so much from it, and they will be a better, stronger entrepreneur because of it. So let them make decisions, empower them to be a good leader, and don't try to rescue them from mistakes. I will add on with that one, it does not mean that you have to be a silent partner in decisions that affect your life. Just the business, let them run their business. But in your life, you get to be an equal partner, you have equal say. So make sure that you speak up for anything that the business has going on that's actually going to affect your personal life. You get to have a voice in that. You get to be an equal contributor in that conversation. Tip number 4, the best thing that you can do for us is believe in us that we're gonna win. Will we make mistakes along the way? Sure, we will, but we'll get there and we will win. And your belief in us makes us feel like we can do it. It keeps us going in the days that are hard when we'd really rather hang up the keys and go get a job somewhere else. It keeps us engaged. So please, believe that we're going to win. My husband loves safety and security. He's very safety security minded. He loves stability. He loves processes. And, I remember getting ready to make a big decision once, and I was feeling very nervous about this because I was making a big change. And he said to me, Amy, this is scary, but I've seen you win so many times before that I know you can do it. And it gave me all the feels and all the permission to be able to feel like I could do this scary thing because I knew that he believed that I could win, and it gave me belief in myself when mine was a little bit lacking. Okay, the 5th thing that you can do that will help support us as entrepreneurs is encourage us to get outside help when we need it. Sometimes entrepreneurs get very narrow-sighted and they are just looking at it thinking, if I can do it myself, I should do it myself. And it slows down the business growth, it burns us out, and it keeps us stuck. This whole mentality of I'll figure it out on my own, I'll Google it, I'll read a book. Okay, but let me just tell you, that is the slower path, and I don't think that's what you want for you as the supportive spouse. I don't think it's what your spouse wants. I don't think it's what you want for your spouse. So instead, let's just encourage them to get outside help. Who could help you with this? Who could you reach out to that could mentor you? Is there a class that you need to take? Is there something that you need to learn to figure out this next step? When you see your spouse struggling and you can tell they're not getting it, encourage them to seek outside help. So if you've watched this far, I know that you're a supportive spouse, and I would love to hear in the comments, how long has your spouse been an entrepreneur for? And if you're struggling to support your spouse because you feel like they never make time for you and you're always put on the back burner to the business, make sure that you watch my video on making time for your spouse because it'll give you some great tips there. So now you know how to start supporting your spouse and helping them grow their business. And if you can see from the outside that their business is struggling and they need some outside support, sign them up or tell them to go sign themselves up for my free webinar, How to Fix the 5 Biggest Mistakes in Your Marketing, and we'll get your marketing working like a well-oiled machine. And the link's in the description. I also have a private mastermind group for entrepreneurs where they can come and get inspiration, tips, connect with other like-minded business owners, and ask the questions that they have. So make sure that you sign up for that. If you have learned anything good from this video, please leave me a comment. Be sure to like the video, share it out with your friends, and subscribe to the channel because we've got great content coming to you every Tuesday through Thursday. I'm Amy Walker, and thank you for watching The CEO Spot.